more heroes. It's hero begin to catch a nobody but yourself. Nothing less to do.
Travis, it's kill or be killed.
Ow!
A few friends and I were literally just playing Power Stone this past weekend, talking about how come Capcom has a remaster these, or maybe they might, maybe they will, and lo and behold, won't he do it? Won't he do it? If we could just get a Rival Schools remake or something, I'll sell my soul to Capcom. That's what we're missing. That's what we need. We just need Rival Schools back. Belly flopping for free. This is something I'm super excited about. I've been hearing people make nothing but announcements about it. I've been trying not to look at everything, but there's definitely some things I've been seeing in the trailers. People talk about all over Twitter. It's been everywhere. Maximum Dude has reacted to it. So I've been a little bit spoiled, but I want to see what else is in this collection. I've been trying to avoid it like the plague, and you know, it's like a bad day. You're not trying to have a bad day, but a bad day is trying to have you. That's me with the spoilers. I'm hyped already. Now this is really sick. And it's like so soon after the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. Capcom vs. SNK 1 and 2. People were literally just asking about this. Yeah, it's insane. Growing up, I was too young to experience this stuff, man. Like, I missed out on a generation. But now I can experience this for the first time. Like, instead of having to go through emulation, like, this is one of the best ways to stop people from like going out of their way to like pirate and emulate things. It's just giving them a better alternative. Like, some of this stuff I remember everybody talking about, but I never got to experience it. So I know I don't really have that same connection to it. But I get to try it now. And I'm super excited about that. Like, if they did this with Third Strike, I would cry. Ooh, filters for different monitors. Rollback netcode, love it. All games playable online. Like, that's sick. So this is just great. Everybody in the fighting games community has been eating all year. The last 2 years have been amazing for the fighting games community, for the FGC, bro. Like, this is us. This is us. This is for us. Coming 2025, so I can't wait for that. Cannot wait for that. I really enjoy that. But like, looking at how many different like features they've been adding, like an art gallery, the music player, rollback netcode, online features. Like, it's so much stuff, man. The art looks beautiful, and just being like, if you're someone who's never experienced these games, like when they came out, like myself, this is super exciting because now you get to see like what was so good and what also was so bad. Because, you know, of course these games weren't perfect, and some of them had some like crazy tech and some crazy issues they were struggling with. So it always comes down like which version they're adapting, which version they're using, if you're gonna be able to handle that kind of cheese. Because if people thought new fighting games are hard, these old fighting games are a different story. Like, for example, Third Strike is one of my favorite fighting games of all time, and it's also the fighting game I am the worst at, but I love it just because the atmosphere, the feeling, the soundtrack, the sprites, like it's so good. And that's kind of like how I feel about these other games as well. But yeah, I think this is great. I think this is wonderful. I think it's very important that if you're not gonna, that after a certain time, if you notice there's still a certain amount of people in the community who love these games, who would like to see them again, there's still a market there for you. So there's money to be made for the business aspect of things, and it builds goodwill with your consumers and the actual people who mess with your games. And even then, like people like me who didn't get a chance to play these growing up, now it's our chance to buy them Now you're reaching a whole new audience. Now the original audience who loves these games gets to hear why they were so good. It gets to experience why so many people enjoyed them. And I think that's really important. I think that like starts a conversation between more and more people and could get people into these types of games who may have not played them before. Like, because normally you got to go to Fightcade, you got to download an emulator or something like that. You have to like hope someone's available to play. You have to maybe go through Parsec to play with your friends, and it's just a lot. It's just a lot. It creates friction. And most people, if it's not plug and play, they aren't gonna do it. And then it becomes harder and harder to convince other people to play. So it's either you play by yourself and then learn the game on your own, which isn't as fun. And this just gives you a way to play with your friends and people that you know, so you guys can learn the game together, experience it together, and just play. I really like this. I really hope Capcom keeps this up with a lot of their old school games as well, because they have more IPs they're sitting on. And I just hope we get to see more of them. If we could get a God Hand remaster, I would cry.